Oh, excuse me. Welcome back, internet friends. It's been quite a while. It's just after the holidays. Well, actually, that's not true. Today's February. Who knows where the time goes? But it's been a while since I've worked on a project in front of the camera. So if you're a subscriber, thanks for coming back for another one. If you're not a subscriber, why not? It's free. Anyway, today's project is going to be to clean up this Palmgren drill press vise, or machinist's vise. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head how big it is. Let's see. It's got a 4-inch jaw, and it looks like the throat is going to be something like 3.5, maybe 4 inches. It's not in bad shape. Let me zoom you guys in. Everything seems to be functional. I got this on eBay. It was one of those things where the price was really low, so I threw a bid in there thinking that, you know, there's no way I'll win at that low bid. And then I won, so I had to pay for it. But here it is. You guys can't see that. Let me bring you in. So here it is. It's, like I said, it's in good shape. It's Palmgren, 4-inch. The jaw face is a bit loose. I think that's just needed some tightening. Looks like it's been kissed a couple times with a drill bit. Otherwise, it looks to be in pretty decent shape. So this is, sorry iPhone users, this is going to be more of a take it apart, clean it up, paint it, put it back together sort of thing. I'm going to go off on a tangent here for a second. Like I said, the holidays have been, it's been wild. I've been very busy, but that doesn't mean I haven't been busy with projects and things. I scored this Colombian post vise. This has, let's see here, it's got just over 5-inch jaws. It's in pretty decent shape, so I've got it clamped to the bench here just to kind of play with it. And as you can see, I've also been collecting a couple of old axes. I've got a couple of, let's see, that's a True Temper double bit with a flint edge. I think this was made at the Kelly Works. So this needs a new handle. Maybe not. This one definitely needs a new handle. It's duct taped together and busted on the other end. I couldn't even tell you the manufacturer, so we'll have to figure that out. And I also found myself locally a Chopper USA wood splitting axe. Wood splitter maul, I guess. It's missing a spring, but we'll see if we can't clean these up. So if you know, these are future projects, all these items. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, hit subscribe. All right. So just to continue my little tangent before we get into the project, just in case anyone cares, I know you won't. But I was gifted a sewing machine, heavy-duty sewing machine, for Christmas. So I've been learning to sew, and I've been making a variety of different knickknacks and such. One thing that I did make that I think is pretty cool is I made a tool roll, so like a wrench roll, out of canvas, and it's been waxed with beeswax. And I don't know, it's just, I needed something to keep all my random wrenches that weren't part of a set in. So I threw this together, and I don't know, it came up pretty good. So I think I'm going to make a couple more of these and see if I can't sell them and basically just offset the cost of buying the material in the first place, so I can make one of these for me. So if you're in the market for something like this and you like waxed canvas stuff, leave a comment down below, and I'll tell you where you can find my Etsy shop, because I'm going to make a couple of these and a couple other things too, some camping gear, that sort of thing. So if you're into that, let me know. If people are interested, I can also make videos on how I make this stuff. So let me know what you think down below. Okay, now let's actually do something. So my goal here is to just get this apart and figure out what parts, if anything, needs fixing. Clean it up, repaint it, make it look nice, and put it to work. So let's get started. Taking it apart. Wait for it. Thanks, Grandpa. I'm using your wrench. That's a Proto 710, 10-inch, if anyone's interested. Alright, now that it's all disassembled, I'm just going to clean it up, clean up all the parts. I'll probably get the angle grinder out. It's already out, so I'm just going to use that to wire wheel all these parts, and I'll bring you guys back when all the parts are cleaned up. Alright, we're back inside, and I've got all the small parts wire wheeled, so they look pretty good. I have the fixed jaw and the dynamic jaw faces here, and they're a bit dinged up. So I'm just gonna kind of take a file and smooth them out. Just kind of knock down the high spots. Alright. That looks good. They don't have to be like perfect, so I'm just trying to make them a little bit cleaner. Don't worry, I'm only applying pressure on the forward stroke. There. Now, let me bring it over here. So the body of the vise, it looks like, now that I've got all the rust off of it, it was like a gray-blue color originally. Most of that paint is gone, which is kind of a bummer because it was a nice color. But most of it was gone from here. There's a little bit left here and a little bit down in here. I'm going to repaint it. I don't have paint that'll match color-wise. So I have like a hammered matte black kind of paint. I don't have it handy here, but I actually really like it. I used it on my little Athol 613 bench vise restoration that I did. I have a video on that if anyone's interested. Check out my channel. That paint looks beautiful. I really like it, so I'm going to use that here. So what I'll do is I'll tape off all the machined surfaces and then just leave the cast parts to be painted. So there's really actually not a whole lot to paint on this because there's a lot of machined faces. So these parts are they're freezing cold because it's cold outside. So I'm going to let them come up to temperature, room temperature, so I get better results with the paint. And so I'm going to tape this off and let it warm up, and then I'll hit it with spray paint, and I'll bring you guys back when it's time. Alright. So that's the paint I used. It's Rust-Oleum matte hammered, and this is matte hammered black, and I think it looks really good. Turns out quite nicely, I think. It kind of has that hammered look, but it looks really good on like cast iron, because cast iron kind of has that rough, well, sand cast kind of texture on it anyway. So I like it. Alright, got all the tape off. So now, I can put this thing back together. If I can remember how. These are the, this is a nice set of Wera brand screwdrivers. I got these for Christmas. These are pretty nice. They have a, they're solid steel all the way through. So you can pound on it without blowing up the handle. And it's got, got the hex profile, so you can put a wrench on it to turn a recalcitrant nut or screw if you need to. I really like these. Thank you, Andrew. I'm going to put WD-40 on here because this is pretty gross when I took it off. I'm going to put just a little bit of oil. There. And there. So that way that slides nicely. Now this This was our fixed jaw, so we'll put that in. And that one got the long screws. And we have a little tiny grub screw, or hold that there. So something I did on my Athol 613 vise, bench vise, which is in the garage, that I really like, is I used a gold, like a metallic gold paint pen to draw over the text that was cast, and I think it looks really nice with the contrast of the gold with the matte hammered black. So I have a Sharpie paint pen in metallic gold, and I'm going to write over the Palmgren here. This is just purely aesthetic. Like, granted, painting it is, you know, for aesthetic purposes, but it also helps prevent rust. This is purely aesthetic. There. See, I think that looks nice with the gold. Not necessary, but nice. So this was another easy one. I don't mind an easy one. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I already have a drill press vise. It's a little bit smaller. Hold that though. Oof. So this is my other drill press vise. This is a jet, and this will, you know, it's words. It pivots. It'll go up on an angle, so I can loosen this nut here and this nut here on both sides, and the base will stay flat, and the vise part will rotate, which is nice if you want to drill an angle. So you can set an angle here, tighten it, and then you can drill straight down to get that angle. But honestly, this is, it's heavy. They're both heavy. It's extra. This is extra heavy for its size because it has the extra base on it, and I do use this. You can see I've got plastic and wood and metal shavings on it. But I think the fact that this is only, I think this is like a 2 1/4 inch jaw. 2.5 inch jaw. This is a 4 inch jaw, so I get a lot more surface area on that one, and this one doesn't open up as much as this one, so I can clamp a lot more stuff with this one. So I may sell this one because really I never drill anything at an angle, and even if I did, the table on my drill press tilts, so I could clamp this. How would I do that? That's interesting. This doesn't have mounting tabs like this one does. See this? So I can bolt this to the drill press table. This one, the Palmgren, I can turn on its side because of the flat sides. So I can rotate it 90 degrees. And I can stand it up. Well, I guess really the only option is to keep them both, right? That's the responsible thing to do. Because this one I can clamp down to the drill press table if I need to. But this one is bigger and, you know, rotates 90 degrees and stuff real easy. So I guess that's that. I'm going to have to keep both of them. Darn. Sometimes it's nice to get an easy project because you feel like you got a lot done. And then when you look back and really think about it, it wasn't that much work. But I'm going to change topics here for a second. So I have a sewing machine now. And I don't know, I've been goofing around learning how to sew things, and I have a whole laundry list of stuff I want to make. But this is like a totally different sort of thing than what you would normally see on my channel. So if you're a subscriber and you actually watch my stuff, well, first of all, thank you. Second of all, let me know if you have any interest in seeing some sewing projects, because I've been tinkering, and I made a couple things like that tool roll I showed earlier, and you know, if people have an interest, I can make videos of those projects as well. Most of the stuff that I've made is all waxed canvas, just because I think waxed canvas is really cool. I like the texture. I like how it adds you know, longevity and durability and like stiffness to canvas. So it's cool. It's a cool material to work with. It's kind of tedious to make it because it's expensive to buy waxed canvas, but you can buy regular canvas and wax it yourself, which is what I'm doing. It takes a lot of time, but I don't know, leave a comment if you're interested, or if you want to see any of that stuff, or if you want to see how I make waxed canvas. Like if you're not interested in any project in particular, but you want to know my recipe for, you know, my wax blends for waxing canvas, well, leave a comment, and I can make a quick video on that. You know, let me know. Oh, if anyone knows anything about Palmgren, like what's their deal? What's their deal? When were Palmgren Vises manufactured? Like, any idea on this sort of thing? Kind of seems like these are all very similar in design, but it seems to me that the Palmgrens are sought after. Like, I could buy this, and I could buy the same thing by a different company, and it wouldn't cost anywhere near as much. I mean, this compared to this, it's bigger, but it doesn't, to me, it doesn't seem like it was made any better. You know what I mean? Like, what is it about the Palmgren that people really like? Is it just because it's an old thing? Like, they know if it's a Palmgren, it's old, and therefore it's coveted because it's a ye olde tool, or it's from a time when they made things the right way, like they're supposed to. I don't know. If you know why people really like their Palmgren Vises, let me know, or give me some feedback. What are your thoughts on Palmgren? Like, is this something that you would pay extra money for, as opposed to ordering one of those like cheap, you know, cast iron made in China drill press vices that you can get for like $21 or whatever on Amazon? I mean, obviously this is nicer, and it was made in the USA, and there's some value to that. But what is it about this that makes this so expensive? I did not pay much for this, but I've seen these go for, quite a bit of money on eBay compared to other brands, and I guess I just don't understand why. I haven't looked into it. I'll probably Google it after I'm done with this video here, and maybe I'll learn something. But if you know why, leave a comment. Give me your 2 cents. Is it worth it to pay extra for old American-made stuff? I think it is, but that's my opinion. What are your thoughts? All right. I guess that wraps this video up. I have no idea what this weighs. It's got to be 15 pounds. It's heavy. This little jet, they're both heavy, which is good. But anyway, I'm just rambling now, guys. This happens if you're a subscriber and you watch the end of my videos. You know when I've run out of material. The camera's still rolling, and I don't know when to stop talking, so I just keep talking, and then invariably in every video, I have that moment of realization where I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, so I just keep talking to the camera. Usually I cut it all out at the end. So if you're seeing this, then I guess I was lazy editing. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. If you're interested in seeing some sewing projects, let me know. I do like to camp, so I have some camping gear things that I want to make. I thought maybe I might try to make a wax canvas, minimalist wallet. I've got some other projects in mind. If you're interested in that sort of thing, let me know. If I'm going to lose you, if I start posting sewing projects, let me know. Just give me your thoughts.